Welcome to another segment of Read a Book with Victory Emmanuel. This segment promises to be so exciting. But do you know one thing you should do for me? There's a button down below. It's red. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get notifications when a new video is updated. Subscribe. Your phone is not going to get lost. Your laptop will no break. Your own self will go spoil. Subscribe, and subscribe. You're the reason why I've not started yet. Subscribe. So on this segment today, we'll be dealing with a very sweet and important topic in the book. The Rules of Wealth by Richard Templar. Did you see that? Richard Templar is the pen name of British author and editor Richard Crace. The name Richard Templar was initially a collaborative pseudonym used by Crace and his writing partner, whose surname was Templar and who passed away in 2006. Richard Templar is widely recognized for his series of self-development books, which present 100 simple rules to achieve success in various aspects of life. These rules cover topics such as business management, wealth and financial prudence, work-life balance, parenting, love and relationships, general living, and a meaningful life. His books are known for their easy-to-read format, typically presenting each rule on 2 pages, making them suitable for casual reading. The writing style often features a distinctive use of British English and is described as a blend of iron-fisted and fuzzy-warm approaches, unlike some American management books. Some of his well-known titles include The Rules of Life, a personal code for living a better, happier, more successful kind of life; The Rules of Work, the definitive code for personal success; The Rules of Management, the definitive guide to managerial success, and many more. Over 2 million people worldwide have engaged with Richard Templar's rules books, making him an international best-selling author in the self-development genre. He is an astute observer of human behavior, distilling his observations into practical advice to help readers navigate challenges and achieve their goals. In this book, The Rules of Wealth, Richard Templar highlighted 100 rules. So amazing, right? But I'm just going to give us a summary of the first 5 rules in his book, which would help us, and I would encourage you to go get the book and read afterwards. On the first rule of Richard Templar in his book, The Rules of Wealth, is that anybody can make money. It is not selective or discriminating. Yes, I know that there are people who come from seemingly backgrounds that are not with a silver spoon, and you might begin to think, oh, I was not born with a silver spoon. How is it possible for me to be able to make money, to make just enough money for myself, to not want so much more money again, right? But then he says that anybody at all can make money. I'm very sure if we read the backgrounds of people who really have done so well in their craft and who really have been successful, to say, in Nigeria and in other countries, in European countries, in Nigeria, in Asia, in fact in the world generally, right, you would see that many of them didn't even come from a background with a silver spoon. Yes, there are a few who had supports and all that, but many of them didn't come with backgrounds that has a silver spoon, right? So So you watching this video who might be thinking that all hope is lost, this is a call to tell you that you too can make as much money as you can. But first thing you need to do is to expand your mind. Do not limit yourself. Do not think that you are so less privileged that you cannot make enough money. As the first rule, money is for everybody, is for everyone who dares to. Now, the second rule here is decide your definition of wealth. Now, after we have established the fact that just anybody, just anyone can make money for themselves, you need to be able to decide your definition of wealth. What does wealth mean to you? If we don't have a definition, how can we monitor or judge success? If we don't do this, how will you know if this particular book that we have read has been helpful to you? So decide your definition of wealth. For Richard Templar, in his book, he said that his own definition of wealth is being able to make enough money, not to want enough money. That can be really confusing, right? Really being able to make enough money, not to want enough money. And how much can that be? You never can tell how much that will be. And now he said one of his own friends' definition of wealth means when he is living on the interest of his interest of his interest. I mean, you've invested in something, the thing you've invested in has an interest, and that interest also has an interest and has an interest again. I mean, that's a lot. You really cannot be able to identify that alone. Yeah, so that's the second rule. The third rule here is set your objective. What are your objectives? What are your aim? What are your goals? You will want to know in advance what rich means to you, how you intend to get there, and how long you expect it to take. For some people, getting wealthy, for them, they probably might have set a goal of 5 years, they might set a goal of 3 years, they might set a goal of 2 years, depending on how far their mind is able to conceive it, right? So set your objective. You want to know what rich means to you, like we said. At what point do you get to there, you say, oh, I'm now rich, right? How do you intend to get there? What are the methods you intend? What are the skills? What are the goals? What are the skills? What are your business, right? Either skill or business or career path you want to take for you to be able to get there. And then secondly, how long do you want it to take? Do you want to take 10 years? Do you want to take 5 years? Do you want to take 2 years? Do you want to take 3 years? What are these goals for you? What do they mean to you? Set your objectives right. Then number four, keep it under your heart. Keep it under your heart. It simply means that when you begin to nurture these plans, when you begin to nurture these ideas, do not go about announcing it to everyone that cares to know, even before you have started executing it. You need to be able to have some secrets, right? Now you have embarked on a new journey, a new direction. It might be worth keeping it under your heart. There may come a time when you will need to discuss what you are doing with money mentors. But for the moment, don't broadcast what you are doing. Remember, it is important to have mentors in different fields. You can have 10, 20 mentors in your field, but if you have a money mentor, it's important to discuss what you intend to do with your money mentor so that he or she can guide you and teach you what to do and how to go about it. But there is a but. You shouldn't go about announcing it to everyone you see. Now there are a few reasons I would just highlight as to why you shouldn't just announce it to everyone. It's number one, other people's opinion can be negative and this can put you off. If you are someone who has big dreams, if you ever try to talk your big dreams to people who don't really have as much big dreams as you do, they would want to discourage you, write it off, or even kill your energy, right? Kill your vibes, right? The first things they might tell you is this thing is not going to work. And trust me, that alone can put you off and kill the spirit. Number two, if everyone is doing it, there may be less room for you. So imagine you want to do something that you know almost everyone in your vicinity is doing it. I'm very sure people can come up with their envy and all that, and then you discover that you have less chances of even getting at the top, because since everyone is doing it, they would want to stop you from also doing it. Number three, there is no need to give away all your best ideas. Your best ideas are like, should be like a child, should be like a baby that you care so much for and you hide it, right? Take care of your ideas so that people do not begin to discourage you and turn you off from your best ideas. Or some people might even go about stealing your ideas. There are people who steal other people's ideas and make it look like it is their idea. Having other people discussing your business amongst themselves is not good for you. You don't want to be seen as preaching or trying to convert people to your way of thinking. Okay, it's nice having a secret, right? It gives you a warm, snug and a glowing feeling. You go about every day knowing you have something to look out for. Now, the fifth and the last one I'm going to talk about is that most people are too lazy to be wealthy. That's number five of the rule. Most people are too lazy to be wealthy. Most people are too lazy to be rich. They may say they want to become rich, but they don't. There's a desire. Like I said in the previous episode, I said no excuses. At this point, there are no excuses. While I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself, right? I have no excuses. I have no reason why I should not be wealthy for as long as I want to, for as long as the time frame I give myself for, right? Money doesn't come by chance, it comes by work. People want to be prayed for to get money. I mean, it is not bad to say, oh, you would enter into this, you enter into that as per a declaration. I mean, you should declare it every day. But I think that what those declarations do to you as a person is that it energizes you to go about your daily duties, energizes you to work harder, it energizes you to put in so much effort than you can be doing, so much wise effort. Now, efforts per se doesn't have to be you pushing a truck. It could be a thought, it could be an idea, it could be a superior idea, it could be a smart work, right? Working smart rather than working hard. Okay, so it comes by work. Okay, and I'm very sure that when I see you again in our next episode, you should have moved a step further. And please don't forget to get the book and read it also for yourself. Then before you go, subscribe so that you get notified when much more videos are updated. See you in our next episode.